I had been dead for nearly 100 years when a group of grave robbers opened my coffin. They were shocked to see that my face hadn't changed at all. They immediately looted all the jewelry from my body. But just then, I suddenly woke up. They were terrified out of their wits, thinking I had turned into a vengeful ghost. They screamed and tried to run for their lives, but how could I possibly let them go so easily? I cast a spell and froze them in place. With a wave of my hand, all the gold and jewels flew back to me. Then I turned them all into toads. After that, I returned to my home from 100 years ago, but the roof was shrouded in dark clouds. I instantly knew something had happened to my husband. Sure enough, the family was holding his funeral. He couldn't close his eyes even in death. After I died a century ago, he remarried another woman. That old crone was now his current wife. At that moment, I walked into the house. Since I had died too early, none of the family or descendants recognized me. The old woman immediately demanded to know who I was, asked why I was there. I said I only came to see an old acquaintance. She asked who I wanted to see. I said I came to see the master of the family. The old woman and her daughter-in-law looked at me with disdain. The daughter-in-law mocked that her father-in-law was 137 years old, and any old friend of his would have long turned to dust. She sneered that a young girl like me dared to claim to be his old friend. The granddaughter, however, said maybe I was the descendant of one of his past lovers. The old woman's blood pressure shot up. She shouted for them to drag me out. Facing all their hostility, I felt no fear. I walked straight to the coffin. When I saw his eyes still open, my heart ached and filled with anger. I softly called him by his childhood name. The entire family was stunned. The granddaughter asked her father, "How did I know her grandfather's childhood name?" Even the son was shocked. He never knew his legendary father had such a name. I touched the old master's hand and realized he had been poisoned by 7 or 8 deadly toxins. That's why he died so restlessly. Fury surged through me, but in the next moment, he finally closed his eyes, as if he had been waiting for me all along, and could finally rest in peace. The family then understood. He refused to close his eyes because of me, now that he was finally at peace. His son wanted to get rid of me. He had no idea that I was the last person he should ever provoke. Before they could move, I began to settle old debts. I turned around, coldly recited the names of several deadly poisons, each one fatal beyond cure. I accused them of cruelty and greed. The man panicked, tried to stop me, claimed I was slandering good people. The scheming woman beside him wanted to end the chaos quickly. She ordered her servants to throw me out. I shouted angrily, asking how long the old master planned to keep sleeping. Everyone turned in terror toward the coffin. They couldn't believe what they saw, for I truly had the power to bring the dead back to life. They were completely dumbfounded. No one expected an ordinary-looking woman like me to possess such power. I softly called his name again. In that instant, the dark clouds above the roof scattered completely. A beam of golden light shone down on him, and the next second, he slowly sat up before everyone's eyes.